Hello and good Thursday, July 22nd. I'm Molly and this is Rocket Boom. For over 140 years, distinctive blue plaques have been placed around London to designate historical buildings of interest, typically sites where important events occurred. The plaques were originally handled by the Royal Society of Arts, but the job was passed on to the London County Council, then to the Greater London Council, and currently the English Heritage oversees the duty. But recently, blue plaques have been appearing all around the city that commemorate nothing more than, well, the date in which the plaques were placed there, thanks to street artists with the London's Dirty Square Gallery. From representation for the sake of art to artistic tools used for misrepresentation, sucking at Photoshop leads to 4-year jail sentence. While awaiting sentencing for credit card fraud, 38-year-old Daryl Simon was struck with what must have been seen as a brilliant plan: Photoshop himself into pictures of charity events and show them to the judge to gain compassion. But the judge, no stranger to the logical fallacy of appealing to emotion, noticed that Simon had shopped in the same photo of himself mirrored into multiple images, increasing his sentence from 20 to 24 years. In another case of reality growing more deceptive, BP has been caught at least twice now altering images posted to its oil crisis response website, after the America blog pointed out that BP had made changes to a photo on their homepage, adding content into the screens of their command response center. The Washington Post picked up the story and BP admitted to the alterations. BP then replaced the photoshopped image with the original, which shows some screens were actually black. In other words, BP likely wanted to portray a more active response center than it actually was. So the guy who's already getting 20 years in jail for photoshopping himself gets 4 more. How much time does BP get? Back on the legal side of things, the Pirate Party has their own ISP. First founded in 2006 with the goal of decriminalizing file sharing, Sweden's Pirate Party, the savior of the famous Pirate Bay, recently launched an internet service provider in the city of Lund, in continuing with its mission to offer total anonymity to torrent-loving file-sharing clientele. The party is just getting started, and plans to expand are happening slowly for the sake of keeping it real. Real secure. To the north, possibly the best tree fort in the world. Located in Sweden's boreal forest, just 60 kilometers south of the Arctic Circle, the Tree Hotel opened to the public on Saturday. Currently consisting of 4 different rooms anchored high up in the trunks of trees, the hotel will eventually span 24 rooms, each designed by a different architect. Much closer to the equator, a beautiful and rare Amorphophallus titanum named Lois is having the time of its life. On display at the Houston Museum of Natural Science, unwitting crowds are gathering in anticipation of the flower reaching full bloom, at which point the flower will shock the crowd by permeating the air with a despicable odour like that of a rotting corpse, for which the Amorphophallus titanum gets its more common name, the corpse flower. Science has finally come up with a solution to the age-old question of which came first, the chicken or the egg. A team of researchers led by Dr. Colin Freeman at Sheffield University in the UK have found that a protein called ovaclidin, produced by the hen, catalyzes the conversion of calcium carbonate in the chicken's body into calcite crystals, making up the egg shell. Says Dr. Freeman, "We have the scientific proof that shows that in fact the chicken came first." But then where did the chicken come from if not from an egg?